Hey YouTube, I just want to make a video about the GPDXD. First off, I just want to say this is the best handheld emulation experience you're going to find anywhere, hands down, in terms of price to performance and everything else like that. Now, this GPDXD has every button you could possibly need for emulation. Look, L1, L2, headphone jack, HDMI, R2, R1. Open it up. You have on the face L3, R3. Now, what I like about the L3 and the R3 in this position is that you could use this button right here, L3 for save states, and R3 for loading states, and that's perfect. You know, there's no tricky button combinations. It's just right there. Bam. Also, you got analog sticks on the top left, top right, and the D-pad. Oh man, this D-pad. I have a love-hate relationship with this D-pad. While it works and I could do fireballs and Street Fighter just fine, it's just so mushy. I was waiting for a hardware revision, and when they came out with the GPDXD Plus, I was excited, but when I saw the reviews, it's the same hardware. It's just a change in processor, so I decided not to upgrade. I know there's a GPD Win handheld that runs Windows 10, but the problem with that is it's $700, and realistically, I'm not gonna pay $700 for a handheld that I'm just gonna play Super Nintendo and PlayStation on. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? So I'm stuck with this until they release a new GPDXD with better build quality. But overall, I give the build quality about a 7 out of 10. It's solid, you know. My LCD, the LCD on this is 720p with no dead pixels. I really can't complain. But anyway, first off, when I got this, I went ahead and just purchased. I purchased every emulator that's out. And let me just say right now, hands down, that was just a waste of money. I should have never done it. The only emulator you need is RetroArch, because RetroArch lets you set up universal hotkeys. You don't got to keep going into separate emulators and adjusting separate settings. Like, for example, you have this Castlevania right here. I mean, Game Boy Advance emulator right here. Open it up, and it's okay, I guess, but you have frame rate issues and things like that. PlayStation, it's okay as well, but it's just so clunky. I never liked EPSXE on PC or on Android. It's just trash. The only standalone emulator that I use now is the DS emulator. Oh man, let me tell you. Let me show you right now how that looks. Drastic. It's right here. I am shocked at how smooth. Look at this. See? I got the second screen. Hold on. Let me turn the volume down. You see, this has stereo speakers, very loud. Extremely loud. Love it. Now look, you got the secondary screen on the right, full touchscreen, and then you got the main screen on the left. Every button you need. And look, on the fly save states. But yeah, that's the only system that RetroArch can't emulate good. But other than that, use RetroArch for anything else. Now let me show you my front end. Check it out. Alright, look, every system. And the thing that drew me to the GPDXD the most was the Super Nintendo compatibility. Oh man, I kid you not, this is the first handheld that can run SNES full speed, no hiccups. Quote me on that. Every handheld that came before this GPD cannot run SNES. That's why it's on the top of my list. Check it out. Mega Man 7. Look how clear that is. 720p. My goodness. And look, to get out and go back to the main menu, all I do is I set up the right analog to access the RetroArch menu. Go back, quit. Look at that. Look, you get box art. Everything, man. It's perfect. And look. Sony PS1. I was shocked at how accurate it runs everything. I mean, well, it's probably not accurate, but it runs everything full speed, 60 frames. Let me show you Resident Evil, for example. My favorite, personal favorite, Resident Evil 3, on the go. Look at that. And look at the borders. On RetroArch, they let you use borders so that you can run the game at its native 4:3 resolution. And instead of black bars, you get borders on the sides. They look perfect. Look at that. And look, you can fast forward in PS1. 300 frames. That's how powerful this is. Wow. Now check it out. Oh wait, I don't have a state loaded, a save state file in this. I think I have it in Resident Evil 2. But check it out, look. Look at this. I mean, PlayStation 1 in your hands. I knew the PSP could do this, but you can't fast forward and you can't save states, and that's huge. But yeah, I repeat, RetroArch, only emulator you need. You do not waste money buying Android emulators. The only Android emulator you should buy is the DS emulator. That's it. All the other ones, RetroArch does it all for free. For free. And what I like most about this PlayStation 1 emulator is that you could run Japanese games. Check it out. I never knew Mega Man had a Japanese theme song. Listen to this. Look at that. But yeah, before I go, just gonna give a quick overview of the menu. And let me reiterate, only emulator you need is RetroArch. Don't go spending money on any other emulator. Yes, RetroArch is a pain to set up, but look, as you can see, once it's set up, I mean, there's nothing better. Look at this. Oh, this front end that I'm using is called gamesome. Remember that, gamesome, like handsome, but with game in front, gamesome. What it does is, it reads all your ROMs, and it loads them up with RetroArch cores. So look, just to give a quick overview. See, PSP. It does run PSP, but not full speed, but I have an actual PSP to run PSP games, so it doesn't concern me too much. But if you want something that's gonna play PlayStation 1 and Super Nintendo and Game Boy Advance even, like, check it out. GPD-XD, hands down. GPD Win. The GPD Win system, waste of money, $700. But this GPD-XD, you can find this old model for about $150 if you look hard enough. And yeah, with that, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one.